Well, already that's a bust. Leave it to good old California and the county parks and recreations not to have accurate information. Their website shows bike trails, shows bikes allowed, but when I got there, every entrance into it said no motorcycles or no bicycles allowed in the park. But anyways, there was a greenway nearby that I've never ridden on, so we'll ride down this. I'm not sure how long it is. It's looking pretty green and brown, but it looks like it's a nice path. Got a cool little bridge here. But anyways, might as well just get into what I wanted to talk about. Now, I see a trend on YouTube that you have these guys or these creators who are doing these biking reviews. Not all of them, but a good majority of them. And I'm sure you've seen it all, and I believe now that they're trying to convince you that you need a fast e-bike, at least 28 miles an hour. And I'm like, are they just giving out bad information? What is this? And I have some pretty good experience with these situations, because I don't know if I've told you before, but I'm not new to YouTube. I've been doing YouTube for probably since 2015. I had a hiking channel, or I still have a hiking channel. And when I was new to YouTube, I would look up videos or look up information on how to create YouTube videos, how to create good YouTube videos. And then, you know, I start coming across this first of all, the so-called YouTube gurus who think they know how it all works, and they'll tell you. And if you follow their instructions, or even if you pay to have them help you, you'll rock it. You'll have 1 million subscribers, you know, all the wealth in the world, and it's just a bunch of hogwash. But then I started looking at, okay, what is the best camera or cameras to use for hiking videos? And that's just opening up a whole can of worms. I think it confused me more than it helped me, because everybody has their opinions and everybody is bashing the competition. You know, for instance, I use GoPro action cam. And of course, you know, there's always the haters, the ones who hate GoPro or whatever camera it is you choose to use. And then, on top of that, it just takes one creator to try and convince others that there's a problem. I remember when the GoPro Hero 11 came out, I started looking at reviews of that, and I saw one reviewer, like, they're complaining that it's overheating. It overheats real quick. And I looked at how they were testing it. They were setting it on a desk and putting it on 4K and letting it run. It's like, of course it's going to overheat in about 10-15 minutes, because it's an action cam. And what you're supposed to use it for is written in the word, action. It's supposed to be out, being used like this, like I am right now, where wind is blowing against it and keeping it cool. But all it took is that one. And then all these other creators started jumping on the bandwagon, probably because they saw it got views. And now they're all bashing it, saying it's no good. Look, I have an overheating problem. and not one of them showed a video of them actually using it when it stopped recording. And this goes for the same for the so-called gurus of e-bike reviews. I'm sorry, but anybody can read the specs off the website. So these reviews that just tell you about all the specs of it, you know, their video is 90% reading the specs, just showing you close-ups of the bike, and then about 10% riding. I'm guessing a lot of you who come to YouTube to look at the different e-bikes because you're deciding which one you want are probably looking to actually see the rider experience, see the rider out using it. What is it? How does it feel? How does it work? I bet that's what you want to know, because that's exactly what I wanted to know when I was looking for my first e-bike. And I wasn't worried about the specs because the specs are listed on the website. It tells you exactly how big the motor is, all that good stuff. So I had a tough time actually finding reviews of bikes of them actually riding it for a long time, giving their impressions of how it felt, what they think they needed to do to improve it for them. So that's what you'll get from me. You're going to always get the honest opinion. If I get something that I think is just a complete piece of garbage, I'm going to tell you. You know, for instance, when I got those, I never showed you guys because there was no reason to. But before I got these mirrors, I tried the Himiway mirrors, the kinds that come up over here. And I put them on, and as soon as I started riding, they vibrated so much, no matter how much I tightened it up, that you couldn't see anything. These things are just vibrating back and forth. That's why I went ahead and got these again, because somehow they absorb that vibration and don't, so I can see clearly what's behind me. But that's just an example of what I'm talking about, because I want to make sure that if I am making a video and telling you all about a product that I like, that it's an honest video and it's not a whitewashed video, because I'm hoping that maybe another manufacturer might send me something. You know what they say, honesty is the best policy. Well, I think a lot of these e-bike reviewers, or these so-called e-bike reviewers, actually need to step up their game and do it the right way and be honest. It helps the viewer, it helps the manufacturer improve their product. So this whole new speed thing, it's got me boggled. And I think it's similar to what happened to the GoPro and other products out there, where somebody made a fuss that their e-bike wouldn't go 28 miles an hour out of the box. And they claimed that it's an issue because you need one that at least goes 28 miles an hour. And it's just not true. First of all, on bike paths, almost everywhere the speed limit is 15. And if you're getting a bike like a cruiser, why would you want to be going 28, 30 miles an hour? Aren't you cruising so you can enjoy the sights? That's what I got my bikes for. Yeah, I like to do some off-roading. But most of the time I like to cruise like I am now. Not going as fast as I can so I miss the sights, So I think others have jumped on the bandwagon, and they're, you know, trying to convince you that you need an e-bike that at least goes 28 minimum. And it's just not true. Just not true. There's plenty of nice, good e-bike manufacturers out there who, like this Himiway, like the RadRover I have, even though I've gone into the program and adjusted the top speed to go as fast as it can, it's only 4 miles an hour more. So the top speed is 24 miles an hour. And I tell you what, that's plenty. If you need something more than that, then you probably should be looking at getting a motorcycle, not an e-bike. Then you go as fast as you want and miss all the sights along the way, because you got to pay too much attention to the road and the trail you're on so you don't crash or run into somebody. So I do see it becoming an issue, and I think manufacturers are actually starting to jump on the bandwagon with bikes that will do 28 miles an hour. When the fact of the matter is, most people will probably spend more time riding at 15 miles an hour or less than the 20 mile an hour speed limit that's set on the bike. And it's kind of a form of brainwashing you into thinking that you need something that you really don't. And of course, I can see through the smoke and mirrors. They're doing this so they'll get views on their channel. So they'll get views and likes, and they hopefully get subscribers, because I'm sure they're all probably thinking that, you know, they're going to be some big YouTube star, and if they do this, they're going to attract more manufacturers to try and give them free things. Give them free things as long as you lie about their product. And like I said, you're not going to get that with me. You're going to get the honest truth. And I think what tipped the glass on me to kind of make this rant video about I'm just going to say it, the fake reviewers. I watched a video the other day about the RadRover 6 Plus step through. A guy, I'm not going to say the channel, but he had probably, if I remember right, he had about 150,000 subscribers on his channel. And he does e-bike reviews. And he actually did a really good view, or a really good review of the e-bike, putting it through its paces, you know, trying to get up hills, riding it out on beach sand, giving his opinion about the components of the bike and stuff. And he didn't say one negative thing about it. But I tell you what, it seemed like almost every comment, at least 90% of the comments, and he had, I think, over 1,000 comments. It was just how horrible Rad was, how slow they are, how behind the times they are, how they would never be caught dead riding one of those bikes. And I didn't, and one of the main themes was, it's so slow. I'm like, it does 20 miles an hour just like all the other e-bikes. And that's what prompted me to talk about this. For some reason it was eating at me. And I don't think it's because I'm a RadRover 6 owner and my wife is. I think it's just what I'm seeing from all these other reviewers who are not being honest about things and telling them what you need versus what you don't need, convincing people that, and then other creators jumping on the bandwagon because they see that it gets some views. Yeah, I can't do that. I got to be honest with you. I do. All right, looks like I've come to the end of the trail, and I probably should stop on the rant on this video. So let me get turned around here real quick. I'm hoping this weekend my wife and I get down to San Francisco because I want to ride over the Golden Gate and go find Yoda. Yep, I said Yoda. Yoda from Star Wars. He's down there in the Presidio somewhere, and I'm going to find him, and I'm going to show you. And hopefully I can show you riding over the Golden Gate too. As long as it's a nice sunny day. Because San Francisco fog, if I ride over the Golden Gate, you'll never know. You'll just see a white cloud in front of me. Well, anyways, until the next video, I hope you have a great weekend, a great week, and I will see you later. Bye.